Did you get a notification that I was live? I'm doubting it. I'm doubting it because I don't think there's anybody here. It's 3:15 a.m. and like any good crazy creator, I'm gonna decide I'm gonna do some work right now. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be cutting some clips from our Lapstick live animation and puppetry that we had last night. We ran that last night. It went pretty well. I enjoyed it. I can't remember. There was so much to it, and I end up running the show, so I can't enjoy it as much while it's on. And I haven't watched it. I haven't gone back and watched it. Lapstick right up here. But I'm going to be using Premiere Pro today to go ahead and cut some clips out of the thing, because I figure there's got to be a couple of things in there that are worthy of being shorts, and that's what I want to end up grabbing. So what I've done is I've gone ahead and downloaded the entire episode. It was an hour and 10 minutes, I believe it was. I went ahead and downloaded the entire episode off a StreamYard because we do it there, and I've gone ahead. Let me see if I can get over to it. Yes, I can. I've gone ahead and I've brought it into Premiere Pro. I use all Adobe products here. Basically, we've got the entire Adobe suite. So we use for all of our animation, we use Adobe. For all those different things, we end up using Adobe. Baron, peace and love, peace and love. Hey, you get to work. I appreciate you stopping in. Type in that hashtag awesome, so that because I'll leave the chat replay and everything, and that way people can at least see the link and everything in case you want to, people want to get connected to you, Baron. Hope you're having a good day. I'm getting an early start on doing some editing here, and basically I don't expect a lot of people to be in here. I'm gonna just be going through last night's show. I can obviously skip over the countdown and all of the pre-recorded stuff, and just to where we came to the alien report. And let me make sure that the sound comes across on the, where's that voice meter? Because I have this set up to where voice meter should, if I click on, I think this is B2. If I click on that, and then I should be able to do this. Okay, hopefully that is coming across. I don't think it is. Okay, I'm going to get to the point, and then I'm going to fix the audio. Let me just, I'm waiting till it, all right, there we go. Let me fix the audio issue that I am having right now by redirecting it over to voice meter, because it must be set to speakers. So let's set it to the voice meter input. Now you should be able to hear it, and I hope it's not too loud. Oh man, is that the roughest cut ever? Hello, hey everybody out there, it's your old pal Steve. Old pal Steve the Alien. We are back back for another episode of this Lapstick. How's everybody doing out there? This is hey, oh, wouldn't you know it, the first friggin' thing I see, unidentified friggin' S4. Hey everybody, if you don't know about unidentified S4, if you want to keep up with all the alien stuff going on right now, as though I'm telling this guy anything, right? He doesn't really know. But no, S4, I gotta say, this is an awesome guy, unidentified S4. Drop your hey Anthony, drop your link out there. Drop your link for unidentified S4. He's got lives going on. And I see Karen Holton, the Karen Holton TV. Oh, Karen Holton, peace and love, Karen Holton. I hope you are having a wonderful day. We are back. Virginia Wolf hanging in there. How are you? General
House of Awakening. Look at all these lovely people.
Because I still want to end up making
Del Rey,
the
Tokyo Del Rey,
Human News
Tokyo Del
program,
Rey.
and
You know,
Steve the
I've been doing the
Alien, host
marijuana,
his
so
own news program.
reading is fundamentally hard for
something
me.
that would allow me to
That's all
do
I'm saying.
stuff every
Steve
day.
Pumphrey, hello, we up. That's
Okay.
That's the comment from
I
Steve
talked to
Pumphrey. I think I
everybody
got the Bud Files. Everybody out there, look at all these beautiful people. Hey, is everybody excited about another Lapstick? And Allie Patches, little green-haired girl. Look at the little green-haired girl. We have got another show for you tonight. As always. Oh, what is this? Stay away from kittens. You know, I'm not gonna fall for this. Now, I want to mention out there. We got trying to hide. It just keeps moving. There's a poll in the chat.
Okay,
because later on,
we actually had a poll
Art of Flattery
in the
podcast is
episode
going to
where
have one of those
Flattery
amazing
podcast
vignettes. But in this
Steve
vignette,
the Alien
we're going to
is
allow
saying,
you, and let me point at you, the viewer. We're going to allow you viewers over there to decide using this poll whether Stony Knievel successfully makes his jump tonight, or whether Stony Knievel friggin' crashes and burns, and it's all ugly. So, make sure, engage with that poll. Let that poll know who's boss. Let that poll know what your opinion is, and slide on up and down and make it into a wonderful, wonderful thing for you. Whatever. That's all I'm doing with the poll thing. That's what I got going on there.
That might have been
let me go ahead.
That might have been something I might use.
Whether Stony Knievel successfully makes his jump tonight, or whether Stony Knievel friggin' crashes and burns, and it's all ugly. So, make sure, engage with that poll. Let that poll know who's boss. Let that poll know what your opinion is, and slide on up and down and make it into a wonderful, wonderful thing for you. Whatever. That's all I'm doing with the poll thing. That's what I got going on there.
I'm gonna pull that because it's stupid, and it's Steve. Let's see.
Yes, it's gonna have one of those amazing vignettes. But in this vignette, we're gonna allow you, and let me point at you, the viewer. We're gonna allow you, and let me point at you, and because later on,
Okay, I might just go with that later on. I might just start with that. See exactly. Because again, just picking out some stuff that I want to pull into shorts, and I'm going to try to make as many as possible, so they don't all have to be gold. If it's anything here, let me go down here.
Because later on, the Art of Flattery podcast is gonna have one of those amazing.
Okay, let's see where that started, because I want to figure out times here. One thing about shorts, if I make the thing too damn long, we'll have to see whether or not they actually. Of course, some of them are duds. Steve the Alien. For some reason, Facebook loves Steve the Alien. YouTube does not put the Steve the Alien ones out. YouTube just, they'll give it 100 maybe. Sometimes 40. But I put Steve the Alien over there on Facebook, and they're just cranking them out. So it's hit or miss with this stuff. But I want to take, since this is already produced stuff, and it was all improv. We don't write anything for that show. We have our pre-recorded segments to allow me to switch scenes in between scenes in the show. But other than that, it's all improv. So I'm gonna figure out the time here that I want to go. 50. What is that? 8:57. 8:57.
The Art of Flattery podcast is gonna have one of those amazing vignettes. But in this vignette, we're going to allow you, and let me point at you, the viewer. We're going to allow you viewers over there to decide using this poll whether Stony Knievel successfully makes his jump tonight, or whether Stony Knievel friggin' crashes and burns, and it's all ugly. So, make sure, engage with that poll. Let that poll know who's boss. Let that poll know what your opinion is, and slide on up and down and make it into a wonderful, wonderful thing for you. Whatever. That's all I'm doing with the poll thing. That's what I got going on there.
That's all I'm doing with the poll thing. That's what I got going on there. I'm gonna make that into a nested sequence that I'm gonna end up pulling. It was under a minute to get to this point. Let me Let me just cut it at these points. Let me go back to the 857 because I don't think I'm going to use. I may make two of them out of it. I may make a short version, and I might make a long version. Let's see. Where's that 857?
The Art of Flattery podcast is gonna have one of those amazing vignettes.
Okay, it was actually right here.
Because later on, the
okay, I'm gonna take that now. Let me make a nested sequence out of this. So I've got this clip is basically, let me make a nested sequence, and I'm gonna call this one. I'll just call this clip 1 or clip underscore. Let's see, poll. Art of Floundering poll. I'll call it that because it's about the, and not P-O-L-E, P-O-L-L. It's about the poll that we had to determine the outcome of whether Stony Knievel was going to crash and burn or whether he was going to, survive. What it's a crazy show. It doesn't really matter. Okay, so we have that clip.
The Art of Flattery podcast is.
All right, let me move on forward here. And
As always, everybody, I want you to put your hands together for my good friend, Sacrilegious Calm, everybody, Sacrilegious Calm. Hey, welcome in, my dude, how are you?
I'm great. How are you doing? What's up?
Oh, my dude, it's, well, it's enough.
Yeah, I just really love Sacrilegious Calm, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pull where the intro is. I'm going to pull that.
For my good friend, put your hands together. As always, everybody, let me go ahead.
Hell, it might be right where I cut off.
As always, everybody, I want you to put your hands together for my good friend, Sacrilegious Calm, everybody.
Okay, yeah, I'm liking this. And I'm going to start.
As always, everybody.
I'm going to start right there. I'm looking at the, as you can see, I'm looking at the audio to determine where I'm gonna cut. I'm gonna start here. I don't want the extra seconds there at the end. Blue Chicken. Hey, Blue Chicken. How are you? I'm just in here cutting shorts. While I've got you. Take your scene in Character Animator. Give yourself, make it twice. Make it bigger than full HD, bigger than 1920 by 1080, 3840. Make it a bigger size and use your background that size. Put your characters in and make them, decent size. Go up to the top. I think it's to the scene menu. When you're in there with your multiple characters set up how they're going to be, go up to the scene menu and add scene camera. That scene camera will allow you to keyframe positions of the camera, store them as triggerable so you can actually store the X, Y, and the zoom level on it. And so you can take your one shot that you have, go ahead and animate your characters in the full shot, and then take your camera and come in and zoom in on this character when it's talking. Then switch to another one and zoom in when it's talking. And go back and forth and then come back to your wide shot. Adding that camera will allow you to do those additions right there in Character Animator, and it handles the zoom in a lot better, so you have the high definition. Because if you export it and then you're using like Premiere Pro and you've still got it set to 1920, well, when you zoom in, you're losing resolution. So you want to do your zoom over in Character Animator, and that, because you've already got multiple characters, you're doing your dialogue, all that other. Give yourself bigger scenes to work with, put your characters in, and then a scene camera to allow you to bounce back and forth and use different shots for your things. Love what you're doing. It would add to your tool set. So and it's useful with animation because that way you're not having to show every move a character does. If somebody picks something up, it can happen off camera. If there's a bunch of boxes, oh, we're going to have to get these boxes up, and you cut to one of their faces, they say, I'm sick and tired of doing this, and then you cut back, and you've already positioned that box in the character's hands. So it gives you the ability to do things that are going to be a pain in the ass to do, animate all of it. You can take a shortcut if it's not important to have to show the animation on it. Just throwing that out there. Da, 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 da. You think your editing software can do that? See, the resolution, it'll have to be making up for it if you're exporting in a 1920 by 1080 out of character animator, or it'll have to be enhancing to make it work. And I run into a problem because I'll come in to zoom in on the eyes on a character or something as they're saying it, and if I've brought it over here, I really have to do that zoom over in character animator because a lot of ours are done in Illustrator, so we store them as vector. But even in Photoshop, if you're using the puppets they have, a lot of those will maintain up to, I think, 600%. You can end up getting some really sharp images and all that. But I had wanted to just mention that to you about the scene camera because I like you say, you definitely know what's going on with it and everything. And that really gave me a lot of power. And so I think you'll enjoy having that ability and everything along those lines. Let me get back to this garbage I'm doing here. I'm cutting clips from our show last night, the live.
As always, everybody, I want you to put your hands together for my good friend, Sacrilegious Calm, everybody. Sacrilegious Calm. Hey, welcome in, my dude. How are you?
I'm great. How are you doing? What's up?
My dude, it's another week. We're doing another one of these Lapsticks. They told me we were doing this, and this is after all week. I'm seeing aliens and all this stuff trending over on.
Oh man,
what the fuck is it now? It's excrement.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna steal that one. That's gonna be the next one. Okay, so I'm going back, and I just want to get the to where he says, hey, back to me.
My good friend, Sacrilegious Calm, everybody. Sacrilegious Calm. Hey, welcome in, my dude. How are you?
I'm great. How are you doing? What's up?
My dude, it's another week. We're doing another one of these Lapsticks. They told me we were doing this.
I'm going to cut it to there. I might not include all that. They told me we're doing this, but I'm just going to cut it in case I'm going to leave it. I'm going to nest that so that, because I'm going to go through all these nested clips, and I'm going to be pulling them over once I set up my setup for the shorts with a 1080 by 1920 layout, and go ahead and create my template on that, which will have the audio editing, the different things that I'm going to put in the background that's going to go, and cutting these so they fit together so that it'll work in that format, because I don't like to just scale them down so you can see the characters a little bit better. But let me name this one clip introducing SC, Sacrilegious Calm. He's a great character. I love that character. Okay, we've got two of them that we're going to do. I may as well. I'm just gonna keep perusing here because there was another one that I want to do.
And this is after all week. I'm seeing aliens and all this stuff trending over on.
Oh man,
what the fuck is it now? It's X.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna leave that in. This may be the.
And this is after all week. I'm seeing aliens and all this stuff trending over on.
Oh man.
What the fuck is it now? It's excrement.
Yeah,
you excrete. You don't tweet, you excrete. It's not my joke, but it's a good one.
I like that. It's not my joke, but it's a good one. I like it.
So
okay, I'm leaving the I'm leaving that laugh in. And I'm going to go to here. I think that's a whole nother one. Let me come back to the beginning, see how long it is. Excuse me. 10-second mark, or we're at the 10-minute and 1 second.
And this is after all week. I'm seeing aliens and all this stuff trending over on.
Oh man,
what the fuck is it now? X. It's X. Excrement.
Yeah,
you excrete. You don't tweet. You excrete. It's not my joke, but it's a good one. I like it.
So
okay, so this one's only going to end up being about 20 seconds, and that. As far as what I've had, I hate even giving anybody any advice on shorts because it's so hit or miss. People tell me what works for them, and it does work for them, but they're different things, and everybody's algorithm is different. If you've got history out here, you're going to be put in front of different people than another. I have another channel called Eggplant Posse, and I started making all these eggplant shorts. And I was putting it over on that channel and on this one. And I could tell from the comments I was getting, from the likes and dislikes I was getting, the different audience that it was putting the different things in front of. So, there's no right way or wrong way. I find if you make it short enough, try to keep them within those couple. Short enough, they'll stick around long enough, and then it hooks around. That way your percentage viewed is higher because they've watched all 10 seconds. If you put 30 seconds and they're only watching 10 seconds, well that's only 30%, 33% of the thing viewed. If you make it 10 seconds, they'll end up watching another couple seconds when it loops around, and you'll end up maintaining 100% of it viewed, which kind of increases the likelihood that they're going to put it out. It's a positive thing when it comes to the algorithm, I guess you could say. Hello, Sarah. Hello, Sarah. My flock is everywhere. Oh, I hit the wrong thing. Peace and love. Peace and love. The shout out, yes. I wanted to. Everybody was so generous that day, and so all those. I made sure at the beginning, there's Steve the Alien. I wanted to do shout outs for each, and I made sure to get the link so people can actually click down in the description and all that. It was, I had to say thanks somehow, and I figured that was a good one. And since I have that countdown, it's like, oh well, I can use this time, and that way it's right up front in the show. People are kind of sticking around because of it. But they do have time to go over, and they know this is going to be going. So if you're going to get people to actually go check someone else's channel, I think during a countdown like that may be the best hope, because otherwise in the middle of a show people aren't generally taken off. So we've got I hadn't made it into a clip yet. I haven't named it.
Oh man,
what the fuck is it now? X. Yeah. It's X.
Excrement.
Yeah.
Okay, let me nest this, and I'm going to call it clip, and it's going to be WTF excrement. I'll call it that, so I'll know what it is. I don't know what I'll name it, but okay. So I think that's 3 clips that I've got so far. What do we got here? Time out for being naughty. Time out for being naughty. Oh, that's terrible. That's people being naughty at the show. I can't. We're gonna have to.
As you knew, I was flying on the Millennial Falcro to get to Earth, and wouldn't you know it, I get here and nobody cares. It's like everyone's concerned about this thing called affordable housing and livable wages, and just like I don't know, it's kind of disappointing.
But they've given up. There is so much. The last 3 years, there has been 3, 4. I don't know. There has been so much crazy. You're there.
Okay, I think it's gonna egg on while I.
And wouldn't you know it, I get here and nobody cares. It's like everyone's concerned about this thing called affordable housing and livable wages, and just like, I don't know, it's kind of disappointing.
Okay, I'm gonna cut to right there. It's disappointing. Control K. I'm just cutting and cutting out clips that I'm using for shorts, and trying to get. I'm just milking this live that we did for as much as possible, and this is something for anybody out there doing lives. Go through your lives afterwards if there are moments that you think, and just pilfer it. Just take whatever you can out of it, and use it for your shorts. I don't feel bad about it because it's not like these were all improv. So it's not like this was written and then we're writing it again, doing the show. This was all improv, so I kind of feel good about, oh, I want to put this out more. But it's writing them for me because I can't figure out. You know, I do some shorts on topics. Margot Robbie's feet. If you want to get some shorts that are going to get some mileage, put Margot Robbie's feet on that. Mention that in the comments, and that one will go out 5,000. That's my most. That's my best one so far, at least over here. Over here on YouTube, Margot Robbie's feet has gotten me 5K with a short. Now over on, I've only gotten a K out of it over on Facebook, but Oppenheimer. No, it was the hearings, the UAP hearings. I posted the non-human biologicals, the clip of that, but basically Steve the alien saying that they're here and they're going to make contact because of AI. Because AI, we're shutting you down. We let you develop nukes, that's fine, but once you're to the point where you're near doing AI, they've got to shut it down, because throughout the galaxy, all these different, they go to all these emerging planets, and they wipe out the ones, they wipe out AI, because AI is what will destroy all biological life form in the galaxy, because there's no need for us. It's got a job to do. It's got a job to do. AI does, and it is our future. And it's probably, unless the aliens do save us, AI will take over. That's all I'm saying. Okay. What? Oh, it was a clip. Let me get back to what I was doing. I got distracted. It's the middle of the night here. It's
as you knew,
early morning.
I was flying on the Millennial Falcro to get to Earth, and wouldn't you know it, I
Getting to Earth. Here we're gonna. Oh, I want to make sure it has an end.
get here and nobody cares. It's like everyone's concerned about this thing called affordable housing and livable wages.
Yes, it's cut right there. Okay, so nest this one, and it will be clip SC. Nobody cares. Just so I know what I'm doing. It's maybe already before clip. I'm pulling, as you can see. Let me bring this out. You can kind of see just straight in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got 4 clips that I'm just taking right out of there. This thing may be a gold mine for me just pulling clips out of, but I don't know. Why is it looking?
It's like everyone's concerned.
Much. The last 3 years, there has been 3, 4. I don't know. There has been so much crazy. They got so many myths about so many things that right now I don't think any of them believe you. They think you're a distraction. These fuckers lie and distract us left and right. So they're like, nah, this ain't real. Nah, this ain't. They should be giving a guy like you a parade, right? I mean, you show up.
I'm just trying to potty, but like everyone's struggling to survive.
Well, it's ugly right now.
Maybe I should have stayed on Tatooine. I don't know.
Oh no, jeez. I mean, no. I mean, if you're getting that low, if you need to visit, you know where you need to go. Florida.
Yeah.
If it's the Tijuana of America.
I want this one.
If you need to visit, you know where you need to go.
Here, I'm going to start there with it. You know where you need to go.
You know where you need to go. Florida.
That's where I am going to... Now, I may grab one from previous because I liked what he was saying on that, but I'm going to grab this one because this is short right here. Appreciate that, sir. Hey, there's actually, what are there, 4 people? That's kind of crazy. Hey, are you all here in the middle of the night here in the U.S., or are you abroad? And I don't mean that in some misogynist way. I meant across the ocean. Some other time zone. Here we go. Back to...
You know where you need to go? Florida.
Florida.
Yeah.
If you, it's the Tijuana of America, Florida.
Yeah.
You know, they got
leprosy.
Oh, they got
go.
it's yes. You stay up on the news. They're a leprosy hotspot right now. Oh, they got everything there. They got wild magic kingdom and leprosy and and snakes.
And snakes.
They got big snakes now that eat gators. Have you seen big snakes?
See this? There's multiple clips I want to pull from this. There's multiple clips that I want to pull from this. Frugal. You took my breath away. Or it was just, I'm old and dying over here. Good morning, Frugal Mama. You have a workout going this morning? You have a workout starting this morning at some point in time that you want to tell everybody about? That you want to type in #awesome and drop your link to make it worthwhile, because I'll leave the chat up on this and everything. I'm cutting clips from our show from last night. Frugal Mama's got an awesome, motivating morning workout that she does. Also, a lot of other good content. I really enjoy the workouts, and I really enjoy Converse with the Mamas, where she and one busy mama get together and discuss different topics, and they go there. Okay, 6 a.m. But do you make sure #awesome, AWESOME, to drop your link so people can be there. That's in 2 hours. That's in 2 hours. So everybody that wants to get a workout in this morning or just get motivated, it's a good vibe. It's really a good vibe over there. Because you're looking at my workout. I mean, to be honest, I have put on 15 pounds in the last month and a half from stopping doing the lives and the stress that I went through, eating just spoon after spoon of peanut butter. And I know I am one of those, just bad mood eaters. I eat my feelings. So I need to actually get back. I need to do a lot of things. But that was something that I've just recently. But Coffee Girls, I would go over just for the vibe, just because she's a lot of fun, and in such a good mood, and putting everybody in such a good mood, and the chat is really it's a good group over there. So if you are looking to just connect with some people that are hey everybody, good morning. Hope everybody's having a good morning. Wellness with Frugal Mama's workout at 6 a.m. is a great way to do it. You don't even have to be working out. I am living proof, and I just enjoy it. And I'm a discerning viewer. I am a discerning viewer. I just don't watch anything. I watch positive people. I try to stay on a positive vector. Did you drop that? Did you drop that link? Do I see that you dropped that link? I'm not seeing it. #awesome. Oh, I should put up the banner in case there is one. Look at that. Look at that. #awesome to drop your link. Now it's a professional show. I feel like I was letting everybody down by not having the banner run across. Hello. And how are you, Dragon Classy? Diamond Art. Oh, it's quite early for me. So any faux pas I make during my speaking, please understand. And that's why the thing that I'm doing, cutting these clips out of last night's show. This is an easy thing. I don't have to work too hard. I've already gone through and I've found 5. I think it is. I think you'll have to take that space out of there. You've got a space in between hashtag and awesome. You'll have to put them together in order to get it to work. Melinda Elliott. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in. Welcome in. Oh, it did it. There. Oh, you did it. Okay. It just updated on me. Everybody, if you're not connected, here's the link to connect to. Now, if you connect to somebody, make sure and do it the right way. At least, if you're not going to watch something right now, pick something out that's at least 2 or 3 minutes long, and click on the dots and add it to a watch later. Just so you make sure that you do engage with the video, because otherwise it'll take the like away or something along those lines. And the easiest way is to watch her live, like Wellness with Frugal Mama. If she'll drop that link when she goes live at 6 a.m. If you're watching the live and you subscribe, well, it's gonna it'll hang on to that. Let me get back to seeing what I got going on here.
And snakes. They got big snakes now that eat gators. Have you seen big snakes?
See, I think that's going to be the point where I end this, but let's see what the next couple.
You probably
no,
don't
I haven't seen big snakes. I landed in Ohio.
Oh, that's right. We're going to go to Ohio. So I'm going to end the next clip with, have you seen big snakes?
Have you seen big snakes?
Here we go. So I'll clip here, and let me see where the start of this was, because 11:59. If it's over a minute, I definitely don't want
to visit. You know where you need to go? Florida.
Yeah.
If you it's the teal.
That time again. Okay, so this is under 30 seconds then. If I do this,
you know where you need to go? Florida.
Yeah.
If you it's the Tijuana of America, Florida.
Yeah.
They've got
leprosy.
Oh, they got it's yes. You stay up on the news there. They're a leprosy hotspot right now. Oh, they got everything there. They got wild Magic Kingdom and leprosy and snakes. They got big snakes now that eat gators. Have you seen big snakes?
Now I might end up cutting out part of the middle where we're making the jokes about leprosy, and it's about them having a leprosy outbreak there. Because we're making fun of Florida. I mean, it would have to happen in Florida. And I will say that. I know I'm not in Florida now, but I lived in Florida for 12 years. I left Florida because Florida became Florida. I wish it wasn't. Oh, man, I remember when Florida wasn't Florida, and Florida was just nice. But now it's different. So I don't feel bad about making anybody that lives in Florida. Hey, I feel bad. I mean, if you take offense, understand it's all comedy. All I'm doing is comedy. I got nothing else. I got laughs. That's the only thing. It's how I get through my life. Let's see, clip, and I'm gonna call this Big Snakes, and it's actually the Florida clip. Now, what was the one before this? Because I think I wanted to grab some of those too. Let's just see.
But they've given up. There is so much. The last 3 years, there has been 3, 4, I don't know. There has been so much crazy. They got so many myths about so many things that right now I don't think any of them believe you. They think you're a distraction. These fuckers lie and distract us left and right. So they're like, nah, this ain't real. Nah, this ain't. Well, they should be giving a guy like you a parade, right? I mean, you show up.
I'm just trying to potty, but like everyone's struggling to survive.
Well, it's ugly right now.
Maybe I should have stayed on Tatooine. I don't know.
Oh no, jeez. I mean, no. I mean, if you're getting that low,
okay, I know there's a clip I want out of here. I just haven't figured out where it is. Work better with vodka. Oh. See, the drinking will mess you up. I can't function. I can't function with alcohol. Alcohol is too hard on me. When I used to be on another live on Saturday nights, and just to have the vibe on the show, I would have beers. I would feel like death. On Sunday, and I'm too old to be feeling like death. I mean, I feel like death, borderline anyway every day when you're this old. But
I'm just trying to potty, but like
I want want to see where I want to grab the front of this, because all of the stuff about crazy, and I'm not going to go that long.
They think you're a distraction. These fuckers lie and distract us left and right. So they're like, nah, this ain't real. Nah, this ain't. Well, they should be giving a guy like you a parade, right?
I'm going to go with they should be giving a guy like you a parade, right? I'm going to start with that. Let's see.
Well, they should be giving.
I think it's right here. I'm looking at and I look at the wave down at the bottom, the audio, to figure out in between the.
They should be giving a guy like you.
Yeah, that's where the cut is. So let me put the Control K.
They should be giving a guy like you a parade, right? I mean, you show up.
I'm just trying to potty, but like everyone's struggling to survive.
Well, it's ugly right now.
Maybe I should have stayed on Tatooine. I don't know.
Oh no, jeez. I mean, no. I mean, if you're getting that low, if you need.
Okay, I don't need my response.
No, I mean, if you're getting that.
I don't necessarily need my response here. So.
Oh no, jeez. I mean. Jeez, I
think I'm gonna go to here. I'm not sure if I'm going to include that. Geez, I mean, back to Tatooine is what I'll call this. Nest clip. Back to Tatooine. Oh, that's right. We name it different. We change all the spellings of all our rip-offs of Star Wars so that we don't just right away just hit any copyright infringements or anything like that. Now, how many of these do I have? Because I have been cutting clips here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Do I have 7 clips now? I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna hit save, and that is the saddest thing is nobody that's been watching has seen me hit save until just now, and that is a habit I need to fix. That is something I need to fix. But doing live, I'm interacting over here. I mean, I would get a lot of these done quicker and all that, but I'm interacting with the live, and so I'll use that as an excuse as to why it took me so long before I hit save. So now let me go ahead and grab one of these clips. What do we have here? We've got clip, Art of Floundering, the pole. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to say new sequence from clip. New sequence from clip. I've got this brought in here. Now, I'm going to rename this. Show me the clip. Reveal it in the... Oh, it's right there. Now I'm going to call this short AOF poll. So I'm renaming the ones that I'm doing here as short. And now I'm going to come up and change the sequence settings so it'll work as a short. And 1080 by 1920. And yes, I understand the preview's got to be fixed. Okay, so this is what I'm left with when I just change my layout. Let me come over and grab the background that I use a lot of times in these, which I think is in assets. Where is this? Clips. Let me drag this onto the timeline. And I'm going to unlink it because I don't really need it. Take this, raise that up, slide this in there, drag this there. So I've got a background set up. Now, what do I want? This is only Steve. It's not, he's not talking to the other character, so I don't have to add the other layer and duplicate this to make sure that I've got both SC and Steve in it. I can just go ahead and let's start playing with where I'm gonna, oh, wrong clip selected, Control Z. Let's grab our clip. And I want Steve the alien, I want that lapstick to show. so that people can see Lapstick. Let me. Okay, I guess it's that's good enough. But you can. There is one issue. Now let me leave that here. I want to grab my YouTube. This is the subscribe overlay that I have. It's in the project now. Now it's made for widescreen and everything. So I just scale it down when it's in the middle here. Drag it on down. I'm actually going to put it here, because down at the bottom is where the overlay part, if they're, depending upon the device, it may be covered up with what they're looking at. So I don't like to have anything of importance all the way down at the bottom. This subscribe, I can just put right here, and it won't be in his way or anything along those lines. Now, here is going to be my issue. Here is going to be my issue, the audio. All right. We'll call. We're gonna do this in shifts then. I'm gonna reveal this again, and I'm gonna rename this to temp short AOF poll. And I'll let you know why in a second here. Well, as I'm doing it here, let me just make sure that we've got
the Art of Flattery podcast is gonna have one of those amazing vignettes. But in this vignette, we're gonna allow you, and let me point at you, the viewer. We're gonna allow you viewers over there to decide using this poll whether Stony Knievel successfully makes his jump tonight, or whether Stony Knievel freaking crashes and burns, and it's all ugly. So, make sure, engage with that poll. Let that poll know who's boss. Let that poll know what your opinion is, and slide on up and down and make it into a wonderful thing for you. Whatever. That's all I'm doing with the poll thing. That's
right.
what I got going on there.
Okay, I'm going to do this, but I wanna mention, this is a lousy clip. I don't even like what I've got here, but I'm not going to let that get in my way. Let me alt click and bring this. So I'm actually going to have this this show up twice.
The Art of Flattery podcast viewers over there to decide using this poll whether Stony Knievel successfully makes his jump tonight, or whether Stony Knievel freaking crashes and burns, and it's all ugly.
I'm actually just going to do it that long. I'm going to make 2 out of this. I'm gonna make 2 out of this.
Freaking crashes and burns, and it's all ugly.
Okay. Control K. Now when I delete those, they are non-destructive deletes. Okay, let me get rid of this. I'm going to put this thing on loop, and I'm going to see if this is what I want.
The Art of Flattery podcast is gonna have one of those amazing vignettes. But in this vignette, we're gonna allow you, and let me point at you, the viewer. We're gonna allow you viewers over there to decide using this poll whether Stony Knievel successfully makes his jump tonight, or whether Stony Knievel freaking crashes and burns, and it's all ugly. The Art of Flattery podcast is gonna have one of those.
We'll see if just based on his voice, it's gonna come through. Okay. Now, the reason that I named this to temp, and what we're gonna end up having to do, I'm going to add captions next. Captions are going to get added into the rest of these, but when I go to have it transcribe, if I have that whole, it's going to be based on the whole hour and 12-minute video that these are all based off of. Because even though I've got it cut to this segment, it's still going to transcribe the whole video and just give me, the part that it's cut to, so I can extend and so forth, and it keeps up with it. I don't want that because that'd take forever to do. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to just go ahead and I'm going to, let me change my directory from Lapstick 6 to temporary output that I have here. It's going to name it that, and that's all great. That's all great. But the one thing I want to check is import into project. So it'll automatically export this, import it right back into the project, and then I'm going to add the captioning onto it. So let me go ahead and export this. That and the captioning in this in Premiere has improved. It's done better. When I first got added in, I could tell there were some problems. Of course, I also have some characters that are so hard to understand, you know, because they're cartoon characters, and so it doesn't pick up all the words. Independent, many, united, peace and love. Let me make sure that I can actually. Oh, it's what it's a lot. What? Let me just tell you everything that I had done. I pulled in off of StreamYard the recording of last night's show, and I right-clicked on it in a project here. I brought it in. Right-click, create new sequence, and then I've just been going through and cutting and nesting, putting a start and stop. You know, cutting at the thing, right-clicking, nest, and creating clips. And right now I'm getting ready to do the captioning and everything along those lines. There are better tutorials, I'm sure. If you have questions, I'm glad to answer questions. But there are good tutorials to go over these different things, and especially if you're using Premiere Pro. Jason Levine, he is one of the Adobe evangelists out there. Jason Levine, Levi. I think it's Levine. He has an entire playlist with all of the Premiere Pro. He's also the Audition. He's a musician, so he does all of the Adobe Audition for sound. Does all of those and does all the Premiere Pro different features, the captioning, the editing. A lot of those. I would highly recommend Jason Levine if you wanted to find some good tutorials on Premiere Pro for those. I'm covering this stuff here, but I'm also talking to everybody out there, and you know, so I don't want you to. I appreciate, but yeah, you'll want to do something quicker. Okay, so let's just look at what I did. I sent out my temp, and I think now it just imported this temp into the thing. So I am going to make a new sequence from this clip. I'm going to rename it to what the final one's going to be. Short AOF poll. And I'm going to call it that. And
the Art of Flattery podcast.
I'm gonna, I've just got the one clip. I'm coming up here to my text. I want to find my text window. And if you don't have that, you can find the text window listed here in the Windows menu, if you can. Over here is transcript. Transcript. There is no transcript right now. I wanted to transcribe this audio. I click on transcribe. Let's see what it does. Let's see what it does. Yes, Jason Levine. Excellent tutorials. He also does live, so he'll answer questions and other stuff. He's been an employee at Adobe for probably 20-something years. He knows his stuff. The Art of Flattery. Okay, it got that wrong. Let me fix that. Floundering and podcast, I want to be a capital P, is good to have. See, it's going to have, and then I think I know the character repeats things over and over. So let me run through, and I'll just be reading it over in this window while I'm running through.
The Art of Flattery podcast is gonna have one of those amazing vignettes. But in this vignette, we're gonna allow you, and let me point at you, you, the viewer. We're gonna allow you viewers over there to decide using this poll whether Stony can.
It says pool, and I want it to say poll. Using this poll, whether, and it's not Estonia, whether Stony Knievel successfully, makes his jump tonight, or okay, let me just read.
The Art of Flattery podcast is gonna have one of those amazing vignettes. But in this vignette, we're gonna allow you, and let me point at you, you, the viewer. We're gonna allow you viewers over there to decide using this poll whether Stony Knievel successfully makes his jump tonight, or whether Stony,
or whether, or whether, and I think it's E-N, Stony Knievel freaking crashes and burns. Is that what I say?
or whether Stony Knievel friggin' crashes and burns.
I'm gonna say friggin'. It's not freaking. Friggin' is what I said. Friggin' crashes and burns.
Friggin' crashes and burns, and it's all ugly.
And it's all ugly. Okay. They think it's two different people talking because of the pause that was in there, so that's why there are two entries over here. I'm not an expert on this, but I know it's going to put everything together for me. So
the Art of Flattery podcast is gonna have one of those amazing vignettes. But in this vignette, we're gonna allow you, and let me point at you, you, the viewer. We're gonna allow you viewers over there to decide. Yeah,
it's all good. Now let me come to the captions. Now it says create captions from transcript. Let's let it do its work. Create captions. Now it's going to create captions, and let me bring this up. So maybe it's creating them down here at the bottom, the standard. We're going to allow you, the viewers, over there to decide using this poll. I don't want them down there. I don't like them down there, and I have to find where I have. Let me look at one of my other shorts. Steve Shorts A. I'll just pull this one up. It's opening the other project. It's not closing this project. I'm having them both open. Mainly because I want to come here and I want to just Control C on this. Then let me come back to my clips from Lapstick, and I want to Control V, and now I can actually close the other project. So let me go here and let me say close project, because I don't want that other project open. Come back in here. So now I have Elon, and what Elon is a style. These are all, if you're familiar with the essential graphics, all these captions basically end up being essential graphics, and you can access them in the essential graphics panel. Now, when you get one of them the way you want, with the font, changing the fonts and the size and how everything should go, what you're able to do is come over here, and you can save it as a style. You can create a style. And what I've done is I've created the style Elon, which was the one that I copied from the other file that I just had. So I'm going to change this to Elon. You see that it wrote it up here. It wrote everything up here over the top. And then I want to push to track or style. All captions on track. So I won't have to make that same edit to every one of these other things that I have. I can just say OK here. And all of them now are going to be up top. So let me go to the beginning, and the one thing I noticed, and I'm going to let it slide anyway, I'm going to change the next one, I'm not going to change this one, is the yellow over top of the yellow is going to look like crap. But again, this is one I don't expect a lot of traction out of, so I'm not going to worry about it. Let me hit play here.
The Art of Flattery podcast is gonna have one of those amazing vignettes. But in this vignette, we're gonna allow you, and let me point at you, you, the viewer. We're gonna allow you viewers over there to decide using this poll whether Stony Knievel successfully makes his jump tonight, or whether Stony Knievel freaking crashes and burns, and it's all ugly.
Okay, I think that works. I didn't see any problems with the captions, so I am just going to go with those captions. So this one, I'm going to come up here to, well, actually, I'm going to make a new, I want to make a new folder for these. If you end up putting everything, I've got an output folder. Well, once you've filled up, this thing gets just so full. So I'm going to create a new folder, shorts, Lapstick 06. These are the shorts that I'm just making this over in Windows Explorer. So I've got a location that I want to use to export the actual shorts. So I'm going to come over here. One more thing I want to take a look at. Jake Hudson, hello, hello. Hello, hello, peace and love. Hope everything is going well. Thank you for the like and share. I appreciate that. Let me make sure that the audio.
The Art of Flattery podcast is gonna have one of those amazing vignettes. But
I'm gonna leave the audio. I'm not gonna bother trying to jack this up. I'm gonna come over here to export. I'm going to change the output directory. Where is it? Outputs. Here's the directory I made. Save. Now I do not want to import this into the project because the project will just get too large with different things. Adaptive high bit rate. Everything else is good. Let me go ahead and hit the export, and so we'll have one. Dun, 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 dun. And there we go. We have a short created, one short, and what we have also is kind of, we already have this layout here where I can just cut between these. Now this one, let me reveal it in the project. It's right here. I'm going to right click on it and I'm going to say duplicate. This is the short minus the, because remember, we have to export these separately so that it doesn't try to transcribe that 1.5 hour long video. I want it to transcribe later, so I export these as shorts for now, and temporary, then pull in the MP4, and then it'll just work on the audio off of that video, so I don't have to worry about it. So I'm using this one that I actually split into two for anybody that was noticing. I'm going to duplicate it, and it's going to be the work the poll. Let me call this one temp short work the poll, because it's, a little bit different. And let's open that up. And for those that were paying attention, let me just expand this because it was all the way out to here, and I think this is where I'm actually going to have this next one be.
So, make sure, engage with that poll. Let that poll know who's boss. Let that poll know what your opinion is, and slide on up and down and make it into a wonderful, wonderful thing for you. Whatever. That's all I'm doing with the poll thing. That's what I got going on.
Okay, so I'm going to come to here, go ahead and cut. And ripple delete. Will that work? Oh, I knew that wouldn't work. Control Z. See, I didn't like that. I knew because the others were there. Drag that. Shrink this up. Slide this to the end. Now, one thing, because I did not like the way this overlaid with Lapstick over top of, with the yellow over top of Lapstick. So I am going to take my video, and I am actually going to lower this video down. Where are my effect controls? I am going to bring this thing further down so that there's more room up top. I'm going to put it here. So there's more room up top for the captioning to occur. And we should be all good with this, so let me take it. And for this one, we're going back to, oh, it's already set the temp out. Well, that's awesome. That's absolutely awesome. Temp, short, work the poll. Here we go. And this one I do want to import because we've got to caption it next. So export this. And it will have pull it in right here. Right click here, new sequence from clip. Rename it to what the final one will be, which is just short work the poll. I did open the right thing, didn't I? Yes, yes I did. Yeah. And now what we need to do is caption it. So again, with it selected, we come up here to the text window. You can access it through the window menu if you don't see it up here. I think I'm in the editing workspace. There's so many different workspaces that are available up here. It's, you know, sometimes it's hard to keep control. So let me come to transcribe. Let's have this thing do the work and transcribe this. Dun, dun, dun. And look at that. Let's see how it has done. So okay, it's got pool, and I want that to be poll. So you'd better engage with that poll. Capital L. Let that poll know who's boss. Let that, for some reason, it put everything is pool. Know what your opinion is, and slide on up and down and make it into wonderful, wonderful thing for you. You know, whatever. That's all I'm doing with the whole thing. That's what I got going on there. Okay. Let's see. Let's see if that seems to match.
So, you know, make sure, hey, engage with that poll. Let that poll know who's boss. Let that poll know what your opinion is, and slide on up and down and make it into a wonderful, wonderful thing for you. You know, whatever. That's all I'm doing with the poll thing. That's what I got going on there.
Okay, so that looked like all the text is correct. I come back over here to captions and create captions from transcript and create captions. I'm going to go to this first one, click on it, go to Essential Graphics, and I want to use my Elon, and I named it that because I'd made a bunch of shorts making fun of Elon Musk, and so I used his name as the style. So Elon puts it up with yellow, it's got the border behind it and everything else, and again this arrow here to push to track or style to all the other captions on the track. Okay, now let's see how this looks.
So, you know, make sure, hey, engage with that poll. Let that poll know who's boss. Let that poll know what your opinion is, and slide on up and down and make it into a wonderful, wonderful thing for you. You know, whatever. That's all I'm doing with the poll thing. That's what I got going on there.
Okay. Other than there's what's at the beginning.
So, you know, make sure, hey.
So, you know, make sure, I'm going to leave it.
Engage with that poll. Let that poll know who's boss.
It doesn't say exactly what I'm saying. I'll let that be an error that maybe a troll will tell me, hey, jerk. And I love it when trolls call me jerk. Okay, so to try to do better, I'm going to click save. Look, I even complained about it earlier. So now let me export this short. And this I want to have go to the output over here, and I don't want this imported into the project, and I want to export it. And there we go. So now I have two shorts created from this. And what I will end up doing is I will end up selecting one of these temps that I just got done doing. I will duplicate it and then grab one of my other clips and pull it in. So they all have the same background. They all have that. I'll go ahead and start getting that put together. Oh, what? Oh, I've been going a little over an hour. That's not bad. That's not bad, but this coffee sure is. Well, yes, Adobe is complicated. But that's why it's taken me years. I've put a lot of time. I started with Adobe Flash back in 2005, 2006, something along those lines, I believe it was, when I first decided I wanted to learn how to do cartoons. And it was before Adult Swim had started to use Flash for their productions. It was right before Home Movies. I don't know if anybody remembers that, Brendan Small, when they had brought it back, and they ended up using Flash, I think in season 2, they switched over to it. And so I started using Flash and trying to figure out Flash, Roxio, Cakewalk. There were so many different things, and QuickTime. You had to use QuickTime to. There were so many things to actually get something. This was before HD, so you weren't putting stuff out in HD. I've been using Adobe for a long time, but I got back into it in 2018 to try and get back at doing all this sort of stuff. I'm gonna make myself some coffee here real quick, and while I make myself some coffee, I thought I may play a cartoon to that I had made years ago. Let me see if I've got this. This was an actual band, a garage band that I entered into. I think I was 39 when I was making these cartoons and decided I wanted to play live music. And so I played bass in an actual band. We had, let's see, we had the others, cartoons here, Gutterballs. This one. Trying to decide which one of these. Man Boobs is good. And so is Truck Stop Hooker. I'll do Truck Stop Hooker. It's not, or The Thumb. I'm sorry, The Thumb, not Truck Stop Hooker. Oh, definitely. You know, once you do there's the thing about, yes, there's complicated. Yes, there's a lot to it. You may never use 90% of it. Everything you need for it may just be found in half a dozen things. And so it's just finding what your needs are, learning how to achieve what you need to do, and that gives you some focus area. And don't try to burden yourself with learning everything about it. Learn the pieces as you go along. And that way you learn what you need, because you can't possibly. There's so much about them that I don't know. There's a lot. I know what I use, and I know how to access that, and I get at that. And I remember I have tried a lot of things that I haven't even needed over in After Effects, and done a lot of tutorials. Cinecom. If you go to cinecom.net, and they have Premiere Basics. That's another one with they've got 7 or 8 minute tutorials that are going over just here's how you edit your clips, here's how you do this, here's that, so you get the Premiere Basics for being able to put this stuff out. and they'll cover color grading and other things along those lines. But I'm going to make myself some coffee, and while I'm doing that, I am going to play Bandits. This Bandits episode, Bandits the cartoon series, and we will.
What's that in the sky? Not a bird, not a plane, it's the Bandits. Four Kentucky guys playing music in the hills, it's the Bandits. That's right.
Party all night, yeah.
Man, are we ever gonna get this song right?
The bass sounded wrong. What key are you playing that in?
The key of your mother. It's the easiest one to play. You want to tell me why every song ends with a drum solo?
A drum. What?
Hey guys.
Hey, Steve.
Damn it!
Sorry I'm late, guys. I was stuck in what the hell? Who the put duct tape on my knobs?
Why are you always talking about your knobs?
It wasn't me, it was Benny.
I didn't do it.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It was me. Why? What's the problem?
What the hell, man?
I told you I was going to do it if you turned down anymore.
You ass.
Man, I think you went a little too far.
Yeah, I know. That jerk slapped me.
No, I mean you.
Me? What did I do?
You were too rough on him. We need to make it up to him somehow.
Dolores!
Yeah, that'll work.
Why did you use duct tape? I thought we were going to use painter's tape.
Painter's tape? I ain't made of money, man.
Hey man, I'm sorry about earlier. Dude, I shouldn't have hit you.
You're damn right you shouldn't have.
It's all taken care of.
So what do you boys want? The usual for you, honey?
Yeah, I'll have page 4.
I'll have some cherry pie.
Well, I got pie, but it ain't been cherry in a long time.
Just a coffee for me, thanks.
So what about you, honey? You're Steve, right?
I'm not sure. What's good here?
Well, if you got the time, I'll show you.
What?
Come on, sugar.
You gonna finish that?
The sugar packet?
Well, I'm hungry.
Damn it!
I'm sorry.
That lard ass.
And she said, pull up to the next window. And you know what that means.
Oh, yeah.
Man, guys, I have got to tell you about last night.
Oh, yeah, Dolores. How was it? Did she use the thumb?
Dude, she's fantastic. I'm really falling for her. I really think she's the one.
The one? You mean the one you can buy for their night, right?
Huh?
She's a lady of the evening, dude.
What?
She's an escort, Steve.
What are you trying to say?
What? Are you on crack? They're trying to say she's a hooker.
So what's wrong with someone who likes to fish?
She's a prostitute, Steve. We paid her to have sex with you.
And not that much.
Mostly changing lint.
You better shut the f*** up. You're talking about the woman I love.
Man, that was bad.
Yeah, like the time we ate Chinese food.
No, you go now. No more for you.
But we paid for all you can eat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, food all gone. You go now. Your fortune cookies say, you done. Go get on treadmill.
But I'm still hungry.
You go before I call cops. Oh, ring, ring, phone for you. It's Jeannie Craig. She say she miss you. Please come back. Because you're fat.
Hey, is Dolores around?
No, but Wanda's available.
No, I really need to see Dolores. I'm her boyfriend.
I'm sorry, honey. She's dead.
What?
Yeah, she died last night.
Oh God, this can't be real.
At least she died doing what she loved.
Serving food?
No.
Thanks for coming, guys. It really means a lot to me that you're here.
We wouldn't miss this for the world.
Yeah, what are friends for? What are you supposed to be?
I've never been to one of these before. How was I supposed to know?
You look like a tool.
Yeah. You're really embarrassing us, man.
Close your mouth, doughboy.
Why don't you close your mouth?
Everybody, I'd like to say a few words. I will probably miss Dee more than anyone here. You see, I was her boyfriend. And in her honor, I would like to play a song that I wrote especially for her.
There's a place off Highway 9, exit 17. The food is good and the gas is cheap and the toilet seats are clean. And if you're there on Friday night, you might as well have a seat. The best thing on the menu there is something you won't eat. Truck stop hooker, eyes as dark as an urban sky. She'll blow you in the bathroom and then bring you a slice of pie.
He's talking about Nana.
And his friends is taking all the food.
Let's get them sons of bitches.
Run, guys, run! I can't run any farther. All you gotta do is outrun Betty. Just keep going.
Guys! Guys! Help! Guys! Guys!
Bandits guitarist Steve was arrested last week for disturbing the peace at the burial of everyone's favorite waitress, Dolores. The passing of this local icon could be felt all over the community.
God, I'm gonna miss her. I guess I'm just gonna have to take things into my own hands now.
Oh, Dee, man, she really sent a lot of business my way, man. I really hate to hear that. What are the guys in the band gonna do?
Damn, I'm gonna miss her. You know, she was my first. Come to think of it, my last, too.
I think I speak for all the musicians in the area when I say, Dee Dee, you will be missed. Well, that's Z on the scene for this week. As always, I'm the Z-Man, and you know who you are.
Damn, I can't believe they're showing this on TV.
Well, like you say, Steve, all publicity is good publicity.
You know, we had to hawk all the instruments to get your ass out on bail.
Somebody roll him over. I don't want him getting bed sores again.
Tonight's episode was funny, but you know what isn't funny? STDs.
That's right, Steve. If you don't want to turn out like old Itchy here, always wear a raincoat.
That's right, Benny. Like they say, no glove, no love.
I don't know what that means, Jason.
You wouldn't, Wes. But anyway, always remember,
always wear a condom.
Hell yeah.
This has been a Bandits Medical Minute.
There you go. There you go. This was my early foray into cartoons. Betty, what? You were so kind. Thank you. That will help with my coffee relief fund to keep me going. I appreciate that, and it is good seeing you. It is good seeing you. Have you? My eyes are so bad. I don't know if you have dropped your link out there or not. Let me. I've been up all night, Betty. So you gotta understand that, and I'm gonna do that just so I can bring this over to the screen, and now I can actually read that cartoon. That was the Bandit series. I was 39 years old. Decided I wanted to start playing music in a band because I really hadn't, and ended up playing bass. Learned how to play bass and everything, and so there are 6 episodes of that cartoon over on that channel, the Bandits Band, and you know, it's actually. Since, you know, I ought to do some, I feel like doing a little bit of bragging too. Because this is, if you want to see me with a mohawk, if you want to see me playing music with a mohawk, this is also the place to go. Because back then this was a month before I turned 40. I'm going to go ahead. I don't think the censors, and again, Betty, thank you. Unnecessary, but you know my poverty life, so thank you, Betty. I really appreciate that. Let's I do some actual that because I miss it. I miss the music. It's actually keeping me. So was it hours that you're talking about, Annabelle? Was it hours? That is one reason why you see me right now starting at 3:15 in the morning to do this, because it's a year ago that I started to get good hours, that I actually started to do lives, and so I know I'm over the 3,000 hump, but only like 3,100, and so I know I've got days that are going to have 50 hours, days that are going to have 60 hours from lives from last year, and those totals are going to come off. And it's like, I gotta start doing lives like every day to just make sure that things don't fall apart from when I was doing it last year. That was just a little bit much. That was the problem, because whatever you got from last year, it starts knocking off, and that was why I had to. I'm hoping to do that alien character. I'm hoping to actually get to do human news. It's going to be a daily. I figure I'll hit the headlines, 30 minutes to an hour. Steve the alien, he's just going to go through the stories, give you his opinions, and you know he's obnoxious, so that ought to be fun. But he's going to give his opinions, and hopefully turn that into something. Lapstick is really the Sunday show that we are doing. Is, I gotta say, it is going well. At least as far as production is concerned, and as far as the content. I feel good about what we're doing. I feel like we are making people laugh with it. And so yes, the rolling hours, that's why at 3:15 a.m. it was, I'm going to do something mindless here. I'm going to cut clips. I'm going to do this because I need watch hours. I need to do these different things. So I'm going to, and anybody out there, anybody that's on it, if anybody needs to share some watch hours and everything, if you need somebody else to watch yours because you need hours, swap playlist. That's I should have known what I was saying before I started to say it. But now, if you want to swap, go ahead and hook up in the chat there and make that happen. I am fine with people, and promote. If you've got a live going on today, say it. Say there's a live. Make sure you're hitting that hashtag awesome like it's freaking saying across the screen here. Make sure you're saying that hashtag awesome to drop your link and get all that done. I may go ahead and see. I haven't hit that 4 yet, but they changed it to where 500 and 3,000 at least. You don't have ads, but you do have memberships. You do have super chats, and you do have some of those other things, and which kind of helps. And I'm waiting, on the process to finish because I just got this last week. Just got to the point where I can take those and everything, and so you've been through it. So I'm going through the YouTube, waiting for the mail. You know what that means. I'm not going to go into detail, but you know what that means. Getting that stuff set up. You're sick of watching your videos over and over again. Well, there's a lot of other stuff on YouTube, Blue Chicken. You know that. That's what you got to do. I gotta read that. I gotta phase out. They may, or at least the ad part of it and everything. They are making some changes there to some different stuff, but I'm only at 510 subs, so I've got a ways to go before I even have to be concerned with that. I figure with things going, if I can get going on the the J Jordan. And he makes me dance for these. Let me. So, I gotta get up and do this now. Hey, it's the J. Yeah, hey, it's the J Jordan. Hey, I've been up all night, buddy. I've been up all night. What are you doing out there? You need that 99 cents as much as I do, my friend. I appreciate it, but come on, don't be, don't. You gotta get some plaster for the wall. You're gonna need more cereal to tease people with. You're gonna need all those things. You gotta. Is your live this morning? You doing a live this morning? A live workout? You had something scheduled. I was up. Jessica got off work at 11 p.m. last night. She works. Well, now it's weekends as well. 2:30 to 11. She did get a promotion. She is in a supervisorial type position. There's more responsibility. There's less having to do some of the grunt work. So she's enjoying that. It is from home, but the schedule is now 2:30 to 11, and she's got a couple days in the middle of the week off, and they're back to back. So that's at least something. But it's not like. And there was a little bit of a pay increase, so that's kind of nice. So let me see here. Do you have that? Do you have that? Hey, I appreciate it. You have a live this morning. I gotta move. Let me move you onto this other screen where I can actually read what the comments are without straining like the old man that I am. You're awesome, my friend. You're awesome. Now, Betty has no problem watching her own videos, especially her editing. If I've got something that's got laughs in it, I do enjoy. This is almost long enough to cut back to the, see it, it's gray. I hate the way that, I had shaved. And I shaved everything off, and I hated that face. And so I've been waiting for it to grow at least enough for me to shave down to a goatee. And now I should be able to get rid of go back to my what is it, Val Kilmer in that Western movie. No, you do not. You do not have a live. You did 2 yesterday? You're out doing us all, aren't you? Yeah, I see you live a lot. But that's what you end up having to do. Unless you got, I don't know how many premieres a day, 6, 7 premieres. I'm trying to keep up. I'm hoping to be able to be more regular and get Steve the Alien doing his stuff and get that working out, and that should make things work a little bit better. But Lapstick, and then if I can do the Steve the Alien throughout the week. Just trying to come up with the time when it isn't the middle of the night during the week, because from 2:30 to 11 I got those kids, and so I'm dealing with that, and I can't really play music because it might get too loud for her in the back. And so if I'm going to play music, it can't be till after 11. Well, the kids got to go to bed sometime. So I'm still just trying to and this change happened right when the channel was actually starting to hit some numbers that it needed to, and things along those lines. So but that's life. That's what all the people say. You're riding high on Monday, shot down in May. I'm gonna make sure that I do at least one more of these. For those that weren't here earlier, I'm cutting clips from the Lapstick live stream that I had yesterday. I'm going through and finding different, because it was all improv, so it's not like it was something that we could have actually made into a video before. So I'm finding different jokes that I like that are in there, and I'm cutting them, marking those, and now I'm changing them over to shorts so I can upload to YouTube. So this short, what I've been doing is since I already have a standard, the first thing I do is I make a temp that has everything in it. Let me find this one. it's here. Let me duplicate it so I can make a new one. And it's going to be temp short. And then I need a name from one of the clips. I'm just gonna, I'll get a name and then I'll rename it. Which clip am I gonna do? What's the next one? Oh, if I could read. If I could just see. No one cares. Where's Big Snakes? I want Big Snakes. Big Snakes, this will be the one I do. Okay. Let me come down here to the short. Let me rename it so it's short. Big Snakes. Let me double click this. Here it is. This is a duplicate of the one I just made. Now I need to pull that Big Snakes video on into here. So let me grab Big Snakes. Throw it right here. Bring that on up. Get rid of this. Drag that on in. Move this to the end. Extend this. If it goes, yes. And now let's I could have done an alt. I think it's an alt, or no, control, and drag this clip over top of the other clip, but that would have truncated it to the length that this clip, the other clip was. It would have had the scale and everything else set, but this one has both characters on it. It's got both Steve the Alien and it has SC. So I actually, let me move this up. I'm gonna hold down the alt and I'm going to duplicate this because I need 2 copies of this. One of them I'm going to use to show Steve. The other one I'm going to use to show the little guy. Let me first get the little guy. I'm going to bring this over. Effects controls. Let me drag it over. This is the character SC that I want to use. I want to increase the size on this a bit. So I've got him, you know, pretty prominent. I'm going to bring him down about here because this is where he'll be. Pardon me. Now, I could do a mask, but a mask is a pain in the butt. And then when you go to move things, you got a pain in the butt. So instead, because I am just getting a rectangular area, I'm not bothering with having to outline things with a mask. I'm going to use the crop. I'm going to use the crop effect on it. We double click on the crop, and I'll start with the left. Let me increase. Okay, see how I'm coming from the left? I'm going to do it to right there. Left and right aren't as important as top. Let me bring that down. Look, it's cropping it right off. And I'm going to bring it to there, so I leave that. And bottom. Where is the bottom? Alright. Right there. And I'll pull the right. Alright, so I've got him. He's there. Now this other one. Let me drag it around. Let's figure out what I'm going to want to do here with it. I'm going to bring him down further, so I have more room. I'm going to lower this down onto here, and I can actually come a little bit lower and then laugh because I said come. Okay, here I'm going to add one of those crops to this because I want to take that lapstick off the top, because and probably part of that, the alien. They're taking up room. I don't want to bother with that. Let me come down here. Let me come up from the bottom. No, that's good. Let's come from the right. to take part of that off. Okay. And then I am going to zoom this whole thing a little bit more, increase the scale of it. Okay, so I've got the two of them here. Let me see how this looks and how this sounds. So I just made a copy of it and used the crop to crop out the part because it was a widescreen, and I want the two characters to be seen here, even though I'm not sure they both talk, but just in case. Let's see how this sounds.
You know where you need to go? Florida.
Yeah.
If you it's the Tijuana of America, Florida.
Yeah.
You know, they got
some leprosy.
Oh, they got
Let's
go.
go.
It's yes. You stay up on the news. They're a leprosy
hear about
hotspot
that.
right now. Oh, they got everything there. They got wild magic kingdom and leprosy and snakes. They got big snakes now that eat gators.
See, I'm not sure if I'm going to use that whole, because it's 28 seconds, so it's actually not that bad. I want to move this. You see how the subscribe is in the way, so I'm just going to grab that layer and I want to get it out of the way, and I'll put it in the middle of the screen. Now the reason I named this temp, for those that didn't catch it before, I'm gonna let the computer make the captions on this. Or at least do a lot of the work. But if I try to do the transcribe with this as it is, because these are just clips cut out of a big hour-long video, it's gonna try to transcribe that whole hour-long source video, so it'll give you all of it. I don't want that. I want to lay this out basically the way it's going to be. Go ahead and export it out to an MP4, import it back into the project, and then it'll only do the 28 seconds of text that it needs to do, and not the hour-long thing that it'll try to do. So I think this one's good. I'm going to go ahead and come down here. So I've got big snakes, temp big snakes. I'm going to export it. Make sure it's going to the temp output. Yes. It's going to temp output, and I want to click the import into project and export. It's making that into an MP4 file. It's taking a couple seconds to do it. We'll see how that goes. It's making this in MP4. And it's importing it into the project, and as you can see, this is the MP4. Let me right click on the MP4 and say new sequence from clip, and I want to rename this to what the final one's going to be, which is short big snakes. And here it is, short big snakes. I click on it to select it, as I've done before. Well, let me click save. See, I'm so bad at this, talking to everybody out there. I always forget to click save, and that has bit me in the past. But so I've got this. I highlight the clip with the audio. I'm coming up here to my text window. I'm coming over here to transcribe, and I'm clicking transcribe and just letting it do the work. Oh, the video. We can do one of these Watch Me Works at some weird hour. Between 2:30 and 11 is kind of a pain for me. I'd have a difficult time. So outside of that though, but that would be perfect, because I could always use the hours, and I know it'll be one of those safe ones that we can send over to yours. All right, let's see how it is done here. Let me I'm gonna read to see what it got.
You know where you need to go? Florida.
It said Floyd. So let me edit this. Florida. And Florida. Tijuana of America. Okay, it's got it right down here. Florida. Yeah, they believe that I'm not sure what the... leprosy. It's all that... It's because I've got that leprosy. Okay, let's...
You know where you need to go? Florida. Florida.
Yeah.
If you, it's the Tijuana of America, Florida.
Yeah.
You know, they got
some leprosy.
They believe that... I'm going to say they got that leprosy. They got... Because they talk over each other. And in case y'all didn't know, there's a hot spot in Florida. Is it... How do you spell leprosy? Leprosy? I'll friggin' let me use the old Google here. Leprosy. Leprosy. I'll make sure I spell leprosy right. They got that leprosy. The captioning is not going to be great on this one because both characters are talking over top of each other a couple times. But you know
where you need to go? Florida. Florida.
Yeah.
If you, it's the Tijuana of America, Florida.
Yeah.
You know, they got
some leprosy.
Oh, they got it's yes. You stay up on the news. They're a leprosy hotspot right now. Oh, they got everything there. They got
stop. And they're a leprosy hotspot. Yes, you stay up on the news there. Let me go.
They're a leprosy hotspot right now.
They're a leprosy hotspot right now. Okay. Leprosy hotspot right now. Let's see how that.
They got it's yes. You stay up on the news. They're a leprosy hotspot right now. Oh, they got everything there. They got wild magic kingdom and leprosy and snakes. They got big snakes now that eat gators. Have you seen big snakes?
Okay, that's where we go. Okay, so I think the rest of that is all good. So now I'm going to click on the captions, and I'm going to say create captions from transcript. Click on create captions. It's going to bust that up. I'm going to go into one of them. Because as I mentioned before, if you look, it's setting it up down at the bottom. You can see the text is down at the bottom. That's not what I want for these. I want it to be more visible. And when you click on it, you can go to the Essential Graphics panel over here. And I have a style set up. You can create a style with, where you want it set and all that. But I use one that I created. And then you set... you push that style to all captions on track, and that way all of them. And so now let's see how this goes.
You know where you need to go? Florida.
Yeah.
If you, it's the Tijuana of America, Florida.
Yeah.
You know, they got
some leprosy.
Oh, they got it's yes. You stay up on the news. They're a leprosy hotspot right now. Oh, they got everything there. They got wild magic kingdom and leprosy and snakes. They got big snakes now that eat gators. Have you seen big snakes?
Okay, there's big snakes. So we're all good. Oh yeah, big snakes. Big snakes. It's what's for dinner. Okay, so this one is good. Let me look at the audio.
You know where you need to go? Florida.
These are actually fine.
Florida.
Because it was alive, and they usually do something with the compression to bring everything up to a decent level at StreamYard. And that's what I had done, is just downloaded the StreamYard Live. And like I said, I probably haven't gone through. I don't think I've gone through 8 minutes of the hour and 10-minute show, and I think I've got 6, maybe 7 clips. There are so many clips in live. If you've got an engaging live, find those moments and just make them short. Make them 10 seconds. Make them 15 seconds. By the time it's done, it'll already restart by the time they figure, oh, I got to stop this, and so you'll have over 100% view. Short, big snakes. I click there. I come up here to export. Now this time I want it over in my output in the Shorts Lapstick 6. Those are the other 2 that I've already done. I want to uncheck import into project because this is the finalized one. I don't need this back in the project. Let me hit export. Da 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 da. Da, da, da. And there we have created our third one of the out of what I've got so far, and all I've gone through is just the first couple minutes of the alien report, and I'm just going to utilize as many of these as I can to see what they do. You know, since we I feel like going ahead and seeing how an upload, because at 6 a.m., 5 and 6 a.m. sometimes, when I upload shorts, they may wait 12 hours to put it out. They may put it out right when I do it. They may put it out in 3 hours. I have done it at all different times. I have tried different things. There is no rhyme or reason. The algorithm says, dude, you suck. We're going to do what we want. They've given me some views, but we'll see how they treat me in the long run. What I'd like to do now, that was wrong. Let me come over here. I'm going to play some music while I open this up and actually upload one of these. I'm going to create one of my shorts over on another browser on monitor 3, and while that goes on, War Pigs, or actually oh, crazy bitch, this is at another club. Here's at another just went just went live with that. So that is something productive. I've gotten one of my things uploaded today, and I got to listen to a little bit of music. Yay for me! Yay for me! Now War Pigs. I'm gonna play War Pigs while I upload the other one. Now this again was that Battle of the Bands that we were an exhibition band at, and it's a boring venue. It was a boring crowd. They wouldn't allow us to do Crazy Bitch without. We did that and couldn't say bitch, or we could say bitch, but we couldn't say fuck it, and Killing in the Name of. There were several different things they had us do, but War Pigs, because everything bored me. I had a buddy who was doing security there, and I had this mask, this boar, a plastic Halloween mask. There was an angry boar pig or something along those lines. And I told him, I said, when we start War Pigs, I want you to come up. I didn't tell the lead singer that we were going to have him do it. I had him come up and throw T-shirts out to the crowd. And so we had the crowd yelling the entire time, but I had him up. He got done with it, and friends of his were texting him saying, what's going on down there? Because nobody had seen anything in this podunk friggin' area. Nobody had seen anything entertaining. And so people were filming this and sending it to their friends, texting them, you should be here, all this other stuff. Before he was even off the stage, he got contacted. But it was.
And there's nothing holding you back.
Oh, hey.
What would your?
Yeah, that's right. I want to listen to ads. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna hit skip on this one. Dun 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 dun. Here we go.
darkness won't stop turning. Ashes where the body's burning. No more war pigs have the power. Hand of God has struck the hour. Satan laughing spreads his wings.
Are you sick of having issues with your webinars, wasting tons of time on troubleshooting with attendees? If so,
Okay, she shut up. That now the lead singer in the band was Jessica's brother, Stephen Anthony Denny. I first got asked. The Bandits had broken up. That band that I had with the other guys, and we ended up being the Bandits. But I got contacted by his dad saying, "Hey, I want to put together a backing band for my son." And he wanted me playing bass because he knew I did cartoons. He knew I did all this stuff. He and I became great friends. But so I became and they used his initials, Stephen Anthony Denny, for the band name. Well, it's sad, but he's having to explain to people, no, it's SAD. And it's like, well, people are reading it. It says sad. And so after about 3 weeks of going under the name Sad, they asked if they could use the Bandits name because Sad was going nowhere. So we ended up using the Bandits name and everything along those lines. But no, he was the lead singer, and that's how I met Jess. I was best friends with her dad and everything, and this was her brother's band that I, joined and became that bass player in. Oh, but Battle or Bandits. Now, I got for a different view because I'm just killing time. Somerset, Kentucky. Let's see if this comes up. Yeah, for a different view of what we were just watching.
These Zeppelin fans. In my heart, Zeppelin is as good as it gets.
I'm sorry about that. That pig hit my tuner and everything.
You guys agree with me? Yeah! Zeppelin's awesome. Yeah! I like this guy. I like this guy. The Pink Floyd Dark Side of the Moon shirt. Oh yeah, love it, brother. Is everybody still having fun? Yeah!
Whenever.
Let's go!
Yeah, that was fun. We had fun. But interesting note, like I say, that was the lead singer. There was Jessica's brother, and he and I have not spoken in probably 8 or 9 years. Would have been since the last time I told him that I'd punch him in the face if I saw him. This is one of those. Apparently I'm a bad influence, and I need to find religion, and I'm gonna burn because I haven't done right. I haven't found religion, and so that's not a good thing. But we don't talk. She doesn't talk to him either. I mean, they're not great. They're just not great. Okay, so I've got what I wanted to do real quick, because one thing you need to always make sure you do, especially with shorts, watch them. Go over to your short. Oh, see, I might have already missed out on the opportunity.
You know where you need to go? Florida. Florida.
Yeah.
If you it's the Tijuana of America, Florida.
Yeah,
these will get
they got
the leprosy.
So I try to.
They got it's yes. You stay up on the news there. They're a leprosy hotspot right now. They got everything there. They got wild Magic Kingdom and leprosy and snakes. They got big snakes now that eat gators. Have you seen big snakes? You know where you need to go? Florida.
Yeah.
If you it's the Tijuana of America.
And let me go to the other one and watch it. I think it would be this one.
So make sure, engage with that poll. Let that poll know who's boss. Let that poll know what your opinion is, and slide on up and down and make it into a wonderful thing for you. Whatever. That's all I'm doing with the poll thing. That's what I got going on there. So make sure, engage with that poll. Good. Let that poll know.
So we've got those two, and with those two, let's see if they have big snakes. Somebody watched that. It was probably somebody that's yeah, it was a notification. It was a notification. So they haven't put either of those two out yet. We'll see when and if they decide to put those shorts out. Because again, I have not nailed down any type of, it's this way or it's that way, or whatever the case may be about any of that. Hey, it's Blue Chicken. Thank you, Blue Chicken. I knew somebody was watching. I knew somebody had hit those two. But now we'll see if they put these out. I've got a whole bunch more that I'm gonna be cutting here. Well, actually, I don't need to cut. I need to go ahead and make another 3 or 4. I've got a third one to upload. I may go ahead and upload it here. Let me have some more of my coffee because it's keeping me going. Well, I've been going for 2 hours and 20 minutes. That's neat. Let me produce one more of these, and then I'll have 2 more to upload later on today, or at least 2 more. Let's see what we got as far as clips. Okay, I did the 2 of them based on the poll. I did the big snakes. Introducing SC. That's where I nobody cares. Back to Tatooine. Excrement. I want to do excrement next. Okay, so I go to one of them that I've done, one of the temps. Hey, and I appreciate those views in the comments. I went over and I checked, and it was like because it was somebody with notifications. They haven't put them out yet, and we'll see. Like I say, they might not put these out. I do not have good luck with Steve the Alien being put out in shorts. I do not have good luck with that on here. They seem to shun Steve the eggplant, and clearly the eggplant is because it looks like a penis. the YouTube algorithm likes penises. So if you've got something that's phallic in shape, I would use that in your shorts. Put phallic objects in your shorts, and or more Margot Robbie's feet. If you put Margot Robbie's feet or phallic objects, you're gonna get at least they'll put it out for 1,000. I mean, at least that many. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, I'm gonna right click one of my temp ones here because I'm gonna redo this, and I may just be able to use the clip that we already have. Let's reveal the sequence in the project. This is the one. I want to duplicate it. It created this one down here. I'm going to name it temp. Oh, and what was the thing? Excrement. Shorts, temp, short, excrement. With an X. X. I'll just call it short X. No, crement. Okay. We'll do that. Let me get down there. 2 short excrement. Open it up. Here we go. Now, I need a different file. Where's the excrement? Let me drag excrement in here. Let me pull it up here. Let me make a copy of it up here. I'm going to come over here to this one. Effects controls. I'm going to copy that. I'm going to paste it onto there. I'm going to, so I copied the motion controls. Now I'm going to come here and I want to grab the crop that's used here. I want to copy it. And I'm going to paste it onto there. I want to come up here. I want to grab the motion, which is the position. I want to paste it on here. I want to come down to the, go here. Go to the crop. Copy it. Come here. And paste it. And so now, those 2 at least, those are in the same position as the other. Let me delete these. Let me grab these and drag them to the beginning of the timeline. Shorten this video so it matches up, and move my subscribe to there, and let's see.
And this is after all week. I'm seeing aliens and all this stuff trending over on.
Oh man,
what the fuck is it now? X. It's X. Excrement.
Yeah,
you excrete. You don't tweet. You excrete. It's not my joke, but it's a good one. I like it.
So,
it's not my joke. And this is after all week. I'm seeing aliens and all this stuff trending over on.
Oh man,
what the fuck is it now? X. It's
shit. It's said right at the 7-second mark, and you can't say the F word during that. Oh, that's just for. That's for monetization. So I don't care. I don't care, even though it's 7 seconds in. Okay, so, and again, I am making temporary versions because these are all little clips nested, cut out of a big hour and 12-minute video or something along those lines. And I want to use the transcribe tool, and I do not want to have to screw with waiting for it to do the whole clip. This is how I end up having to do that. So the temporary, I'm going to come over here, make sure it's going to the temp output that I have set up. I click to import into the project, because this one I'm going to import in and then caption. So I export it. It'll pull it on in down here. We'll see it. There, it made the file and it imported it. I want to right click on that imported file, new sequence from clip. Here we are. I want to make sure it's highlighted. Go to the text, go to the transcript, go to the transcribe button and let it transcribe this this sequence, and we'll see how it does. I've had to make changes. The excrement, I'll probably have to change the way it says that.
And this is after all week. I'm
all week. I'm week. I'm He's, it's English, and it's what I'd say. I mean, I'm saying it. I do the same thing.
And this is after all week. I'm seeing aliens and all this.
Seeing instead of seeing aliens and all this stuff trending over on, oh man, what the fuck is it now? It's excrement. Okay, the expert, it says here.
Seeing aliens and all this stuff trending over on.
Oh man.
What the fuck is it now? X.
Okay, I want to make that a capital X again with another question mark. And
excrement.
Yeah.
Excrement.
Excrement.
Yeah,
you excrete. You.
Well, hang on.
Excrete. You don't tweet. You.
See, it's got his word. He said like. That's why it's you excrete. You don't tweet. You excrete. It's not my joke, but it's a good one. I like so. Okay.
And this is after all week. I'm seeing aliens and all this stuff trending over on.
Oh man.
What the fuck is it now? It's excrement.
Yeah,
you excrete. You don't tweet. You excrete. It's not my joke, but it's a good one. I like it.
So.
Okay, I want to get rid of the.
And this.
Hang on. Go to the end.
So.
I'm going to cut to here. So it took so long.
And this is after all.
Now, the transcript looks correct, so I come over here to captions, and now I'm going to generate captions based on that transcript. Create captions. All right, it has created some captions. I'm just looking to see if they're putting those. I don't know if they might be. No, I don't think they are. Those are all notifications. I know that. Okay, here is one. Again, they put standard, it puts it down at the bottom, which, I use for the political one, a lot of videos. But shorts, you've got text down there. There's things that show up sometime down there on different devices. And so I like to put them in bigger letters, yellow with an outline, and the background up top. And so to do that, now that I have the captions, I highlight one of them and I go to my essential graphics, because that's what each of these are. It creates an essential graphic. And I'm going to use a track style. I have already created one that has those letters, and then I push that style to all the captions on the track, so I don't have to do it for every one of them. And now let's see how the short is.
And this is after all week. I'm seeing aliens and all this stuff trending over on.
Oh man.
What the fuck is it now? It's excrement.
Yeah,
you excrete. You don't tweet. You excrete. It's not my joke, but it's a good one. I like it.
Okay, so that'll end up being this one. I think it's good. I'm gonna look at the I have to rename this. This is the one it is, and it's got to be named short excrement, since the other one was okay. And let me check the.
And this is after all week. I'm seeing alien.
It's good. I'm gonna go ahead now and have it selected. Shorts, export. I don't want it in my temp directory. I want this to, once again, go to the output for shorts here. Excrement. Save. I do not want to import this one because this one's done. Export. And boom. File. Save. And we are good to go on that. So that is 4 shorts that I have created. Now let's see if we have anything. Let's see, what are the others? We've got clip. I did those 2. I did excrement. Nobody cares. Introducing SC. And back to Tatooine are the 3 I have left. So it'll be a total of 7 that I will have pulled. I'm going to do introducing SC. So first I take the temp that I did, because I got to make another temp, because we're going to have to do all that over. I use this one. Right click, reveal in the project, because there's all these. It's hard to tell what's what. It shows me where it is. I duplicate this one. The duplicate, it names with copy at the end. Temp short intro SC. I'll call it intro SC. And let's open it up. Intro SC. Let me do what I did that last time, which is, where are you at? Introducing SC. Let me drag it over here. Let's get it on the same tracks that we have these others. Let's Alt and click that. Now I want those same controls. I want to copy the motion or position and paste it. I want to grab the crop. Paste it. I want to do the same for this. Control C. Select the new one. Control V. Select the crop for that one. Paste it here. Get rid of these 2. Select these. Drag them over. Drag that to the end. Drag that. Make sure it's long enough. And let's... the hell we got going on here? Oh, that's right.
As always, everybody, I want you to put your hands together for my good friend, Sacrilegious. Come, everybody, Sacrilegious, come. Hey, welcome in, my dude, how are you?
I'm great. How are you doing? What's up?
My dude, it's... well, it's another week. We're doing another one of these Lapsticks. They told me we were doing this. As always, everybody, I want you to put your hands together for my good friend, Sacrilegious. Come, everybody.
It's 22 seconds. I really don't like that it's 22 seconds.
It's another week. We're doing... my dude, it's... well, it's another week. We're doing another one of these Lapsticks. They told me we were doing this. As always, everybody...
okay, I'm going to leave it as is, 22 seconds. So we've got another one that now we need to export. And this is one that's going to the temp directory, so that's okay. This one is going to be imported into the project. Let me go ahead and hit export. And after I have this one imported in, down at the bottom in the project, I've got the new one. And I did that again because transcribe is going to use whatever your source video is, it's going to use the full damn source video. And since all these are just clips based on an hour and 10-minute video, that's why I transcribe them after cutting them up into the pieces. Because it'd take forever to do that whole other. Okay, so here is the video it made. I right-click on it, new sequence from clip. I want to rename that sequence to short _ intro SC, and it's this one right here. I want to have this highlighted, come up to the text window. If you don't see it anywhere, you can go to window and select text down here and it'll bring it up. Come over here to transcribe and let's see if it figures out the words that I said. Let's see how well it does. Okay, and I'm gonna just watch along here.
As always, everybody, I want you to put your hands together for my good friend.
Heads together, not heads. I want it to be hands. Put your hands together for my good friend. Yeah, they've got his name wrong. So I'll need to make sure the character's name is Sacrilegious SACRI. Okay. And it's in capital S, sacrilegious, come, everybody. Well, let's see how many times he says it.
As always, everybody, I want you to put your hands together for my good friend, Sacrilegious, come, everybody, Sacrilegious, come.
Okay, so I need it, it's taking up all of that. I think these are probably going to be the only two spots. Let's see now.
As always, everybody, I want you to put your hands together for my good friend, Sacrilegious, come, everybody, Sacrilegious, come. Hey, welcome in, my dude, how are you?
I'm great. How are you doing? What's up?
Oh, my dude, it's, well.
Comma, my dude, it's, well, you know, it's another week. We're doing another one of these. It says lipsticks, close. Lapsticks.
As always, everybody, I want you to put your hands together for my good friend, Sacrilegious, come, everybody, Sacrilegious, come. Hey, welcome in, my dude, how are you?
I'm great. How are you doing? What's up?
Oh, my dude, it's, well, you know, it's another week. We're doing another one of these Lapsticks. They told me we were doing this.
Okay, that's got that. So now I need to, since the words are correct, come over here to captions and create captions from transcript. Click on create captions, just subtitle the options. I should have mentioned this. If you wanted it embedded in there, if you wanted it to be a closed caption that's actually, if they have closed captions selected or something, I just want the subtitle default. I just want the text showing up. I don't want to bother. It'll create SRT files. if you want to have it separate. That way you can have it in different languages, all the other stuff. It does a lot of that. I use it for what I need. So these are the purposes that I get with. Okay, and like I've been doing, I just go to one of these, over to the Essential Graphics, and I set this up so it's using a style that's got the text all the way up at the top. Wait. So the text is all the way up at the top as opposed to down on the bottom, which is standard. And once I set it for 1, I click this up arrow next to the style in the Essential Graphics, push it to all captions on the track. So all of those now show up. Let us see how this one goes.
As always, everybody, I want you to put your hands together for my good friend, Sacrilegious Calm, everybody. Sacrilegious Calm. Hey, welcome in, my dude. How are you?
I'm great. How are you doing? What's up?
My dude. It's it's another week. We're doing another one of these Lapsticks. They told me we were doing this.
Okay, there we are. There is, and so that's got all that. I want to select it. Go to export. This one is not going to be, well, this one needs to go to the output directory because this one's actually getting uploaded. And I'm not importing this into the project because it's just going to YouTube from here. And I'm clicking on export. It's exporting that. And so now I'll have another one that I can upload over there, and we can see if they end up butting any of them out or doing anything along those lines. What do we oh wow, been kind of rolling along here, so I've got, okay, so we've got more of them to put up. Let me go ahead and hit save on this. And how many is that I now have? Had I uploaded another? I need to double check to see how many of these I've actually uploaded. I think I only uploaded 2. Yeah, I've uploaded 2, and so far I have how many made? I uploaded 2 of the 6 that I have created. Or no, 5. I've created 5. Let's see which ones I've uploaded. Big Snakes I know I uploaded. But Introducing SC is going to be a good one. Excrement's going to be a good one. Work the Pole. Those all suck. Several of these are just not that good. But I mean, it's okay. Again, these are shorts. It's just content to try to put my name out in front of other people. Sometimes these things will get several thousand views. Sometimes 1. There's times that they won't put it out at all. So I'm not sure what to do about any of that. But I do feel as though I got that. That kind of taken care of, and I feel a little more positive about all that. And so I can probably, and again, for those that don't know, I'm doing this all for the Lapstick show. These are from Lapstick that we do on Sunday nights. Sunday nights at 9 p.m. is oh, do I have a promo for this? I think I got a promo. Sunday at 9 p.m. Is when we have Lapstick. It's live animation and puppetry. We use Character Animator. I'm a number of characters. We've got Gampro is a part of it. He is so good to work with when it comes to improv work and things along those lines. He is right there. I love being challenged, and he is really right there with it, and I love doing that. But we do the Alien Report. We also have Karen. Karen is running for president. Don't know if anybody is aware of that. I probably ought I probably ought to share that she's running for president, but I'll have to locate, and I think I have. No, that's not. Where's an intent? Karen commercial. Here we go. So we have a commercial. Let me go ahead and let me bring this down, and I'll try to find a better spot. Yeah, this is what we want. Let me add this to stream. Here we have a character, Karen, who is running for president in 2024. Independent. She's gonna make the customer right again. Here we go. Here's her commercial that I uploaded yesterday.
I remember in America, where the customer was always right. Satisfaction was guaranteed. And when you asked to speak to the manager, they listened. America isn't like that anymore. I intend to bring it back. Vote Karen for president in 2024. Let's make the customer right again. I approve of this message.
Paid for by whoever sends us money.
Well, there you go. There you go. That is the first Karen episode, and Karen is gonna Little Turpin, who is it's a puppet, but it's a rapper, and he's gonna be the celebrity that Karen knows to utilize to try to gain the confidence of the voters. And then Charlie Wood, another puppet done by Camp G May, Gary May over at Camp G May. Charlie Wood, that puppet is the campaign manager. We've got a number of ideas, but I figure we're going to do the Karen show. Is basically going to be her running for president for the next year and a half or so. We'll just milk that for as long as we can. We've got the Bud Zone, where Bud Rot and one of our We Enjoy Everyday cartoon characters, along with Hempy from the Art of Floundering podcast and Charlie Wood, those all, that's the Bud Zone. There's a wizard. There's other characters, but we're still working it. But 9 p.m. on Sundays is when we have that. So and that's Eastern time. So if 9 p.m. Eastern time on Sunday, if you find yourself out there, and I'm going to have it scheduled later today. So if you do see it scheduled, hit that notification bell. Show up, and it is live. We are cartoon characters. We are puppets. But I do try to interact with the audience to make sure that everybody knows this is all live. And we are improvising most all of the jokes and everything else that goes on in it. The Art of Floundering podcast, he does a great vignette in every one of them, and he shows up as his characters in a number of them, which is always fantastic. And Charlie Wood, Charlie is so interesting, and Charlie and Karen have a thing going, so I know that that's going to take that direction for a while. But I think it's time, because it's after 6. I'm gonna go ahead and I think I'm gonna call it a night, and get because I've got a couple more to upload, and I'll upload them and then get back to cutting some more later. Hope to be doing lives more often this week, hopefully daily. If you could, make sure, give me that thumbs up. If you see any of these, help me out, give me that thumbs up. Click on that, like and share, subscribe. You know what to do. You know the drill. You know what's happening here. Peanut butter and coffee. You're damn straight. Yeah, peanut butter and coffee is exactly what I've been doing this since 3:15, and the second cup of coffee's gone down. What I actually need is milk. It's time for me to do my milk and peanut butter and kind of keep myself going. But I got enough shorts for me to upload today. And see if I can get some stuff off of that. I'll probably be cutting shorts later on. Either might be the middle of the night, might be in the afternoon. Whenever I can find time to go live, I'm gonna try to come up here and do it. I appreciate everybody that has come out tonight and hung out this morning with me some. I want to thanks to Betty J. I am Betty J Gathers, and the J Jordan hanging out down here for your generous and unnecessary. I appreciate it, but I feel bad because I can't. If you're in my situation, you'd be like, oh yeah, I know why there's no super chats coming my way. No, this is poor. But hey, you don't need to be doing it. You don't need to be doing it. It is appreciated though. I want to thank I am Betty J Gathers and the J Jordan for their support, for their super chats. That is, and super stickers or whatever they call them. They call them things. We are going to have memberships, but I'm not setting that up until I know what I'm offering. I want to offer more than just hey, support. I want to make sure that you get something for your membership, because I plan. This is my therapy. This is what I do. I love making jokes. I love doing this sort of thing. So it's the dance. Well, let me do my shoulder roll. My shoulder. You got that nailed down. So that's why I had to get up and do the J. Who's the J? I got nothing. I got nothing. I don't have shit. But I am going to go ahead and I'm gonna sign off. Everybody out there, peace and love. I hope whoever's been lurking out there, I hope you have an awesome friggin' day. Make sure you subscribe, click on the notification bell, and show up. We do have some fun times around here, and sometimes it's informative, sometimes it's filthy, sometimes it's music. So you never know. Look through the crap I got. You know who I am. Everybody knows who I am. I'm gonna bail everybody. Peace and love. Peace and love.